Testing 1, 2, 3, motherfuckers. What is up? Oh man, I'm like really off my camera. Hold on. Is that better? Yes, this is so much better. Perfect. Sorry, I'm just getting started right now just because I was just chilling with my grandma earlier and I just rushed back home, got changed really quick. We already got people in the stream. This is awesome, man. This is goes to show you that my live stream is lit. So awesome. I got Jose in here, Raul in here. Dang, this shit is lit. So for y'all that don't know, recently I've been trying something new. I've been doing something called or doing live calls. So if you guys want to call in to my show or wherever, or my live stream, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, and then we can take one-on-one calls too. But I'm just gonna give you a recap of my week, and wow, we got hella people in here. That's awesome, man. Yeah, let's start off with the recap of my week and whatnot. And first of all, I hope we all had a really good Thanksgiving. I always say, like, you know, it's a really good chance to show how grateful you are to people, you know. And honestly, it's one of my favorite holidays. Next to Halloween, because all these girls are like looking fine on Halloween. But you know, Thanksgiving is actually one of my favorite holidays, just because everybody gets a chance to get together. And it was a special gift for me to be with my family this year, with my grandma especially, because you know, like, you never know how much more time you have. And if you're a young kid watching this, spend more time with your grandparents and whatnot if they're still alive, you know, because you never know when they might disappear, and then you'll end up regretting it or whatever, you know. So spend more time with your grandparents, man, and you won't regret it. Think about it. They only got maybe 10, 20 more years, maybe even less, man. I'm not saying neglect everything else in your life, but spending time with the older peeps is always very important. Yeah, so I cover live calls. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, a lot of people really like the live calls, and I got a lot of messages. My boy Peter said he liked it. My boy Brian was like cracking up about my live calls. So it's just really cool to see that you guys really like live calls. Again, I gotta figure out a better way to do live calls. I've just been so fucking busy, back to back to back. Yesterday, I had a guest come to my house, and we were actually doing like a podcast type of thing. So I actually interviewed a pharmacy resident, and a lot of cool insights. You know, I want to get more guests onto my podcast type of thing, just because like I like that person to person interaction, like having someone in my hot seat right now, and it just like, I think it brings out the best in me and brings out the best in other people, where I get to showcase people in my life that that might have a huge impact. It might change the way you think and stuff. And I'm sort of new to it. I'm getting used to the flow of everything. I like talking a lot, but it's sometimes like when you're trying to create good content for you guys and stuff, I always gotta keep it in the back of my mind, like, okay, I'm really curious about certain things, but what would be most valuable for you guys? So I'm still getting the hang of it, still getting used to editing and stuff. If you guys like my interview with Tam, let me know in the comments too. Speaking about the comments, I got, like I said, shout out to Raul, shout out to Jose. SBB says, "Mother cool, baby." Legend RX, the homie Legend RX is in the building. Set and plugging that RH on Joe Radiocast. Good work on that interview with Tam Fam. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Seton. Yeah, like, dude, that's so. Thank you for plugging in RH on Joe's Radiocast. I watched the whole thing, and I actually wanted to do like a sit down video too, and just think about all those topics Joe talked about. Or maybe, honestly, maybe I'll hit up Joe and ask him to just hang out and chill. But it's kind of harder these days because he's busy, and I don't know. Like, I'm not to say like me and Joe aren't as good as friends, but it's just I think our priorities are like really different as well. So I'll try to get him on the stream and stuff. Maybe I'll hit him up and talk about some of the topics that we talked about. Yeah, but I think it'd be really cool. Also been working on my product recently. I know I say that like almost all the time, but really I've been working on my product. I spent all yesterday doing it, and the rest of the day trying to do my blog. And I think writing is a very interesting thing. So my article this week, which I'll try to get out tonight. I just need to put on the finishing touches and make sure everything's good with it. But the article is about the like Bitcoin investing, stocks, and stuff like that. So typically those articles do a lot better. A lot of people are interested. Most people are interested about money, and yeah. Speaking about Bitcoin, dude, Bitcoin is like fucking crazy. Like, I bought not like so I bought more Bitcoin recently. And dude, it's almost gonna hit 10,000. It's so crazy. The other day I was like at 8,500. Keeps on going up and up and up. Perhaps it's a bubble, but when it does, I'm gonna double down, baby. So yeah, so I've been doing that. I haven't looked at too many stocks recently. I really want to find a good entry point for Nvidia recently, just because I believe so much in the future of Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Litecoin for me has like skyrocketed. I bought when no one else was buying. I bought Ethereum when everybody was so focused on Bitcoin, and everything's just shot up, and it just feels good. It's hella exciting. Like, I'm not telling you guys, you gotta do Bitcoin. It's like hot. It's hot. It's hot. That's probably the worst time to get into something. It's already probably too late. But I'm just saying, like, like this is what makes investing really fun for me. Watching everything just like shoot up. It's amazing, man. It's an amazing feeling watching all these assets like shoot up and whatnot. It's really cool. I really enjoy it a lot. It's almost like a video game. Like, remember how I was talking about I got hooked on this like fucking video game. It's called Adventure Capitalist. I got so addicted to it, and what I realized was that if I can get addicted to something that isn't real, then what kind of stuff can I not trick my brain, but what kind of Jedi mind tricks can I do to my brain so that I can apply this to real life, to my business and stuff. And I found this really cool. I was telling you guys on Thanksgiving that I found this really cool app. There's one called Life RPG. There's one called Habitica, which is like RPG based, and you can develop habits through it. You level up. You can design skins and stuff. You take health when you don't do something. It's really cool, and I think like that's the thing I've been kind of losing focus on, is just having fun with shit, and it's just really easy to get caught up. Pharmacy, man. And recently, like, so I'll share a quick pharmacy story too. DJ Zealous says, aside from audio engineering, I want to have a steady as something to fall back on. Would you recommend pharmacy? Man, dude, honestly, DJ, I've known you for a while. If your heart's really into audio engineering, man, just go hard on it, man. I mean, try out pharmacy, see if it's for you. If you really like it, then go ahead. I would tell you, fuck it, do what you want. Like, you only live once, man. Fucking YOLO, that corny ass bullshit. But seriously, try it out, test it out, because it's a big investment. Unless you're balling already and you're like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. But like, one thing I realized about a lot of pharmacists, they're just really unhappy with their job. A lot of them. Not every single one of us. There's a lot of people that like their jobs, and there's a lot of people that don't. And so you definitely don't want to be that population that doesn't and feels trapped. That's when you feel trapped. Like, if you hate what you do and you can't get out, there's no other solution, But I think like one cool concept I've been taking from Tim Ferriss, and as I'm talking to you guys on the stream, is like augmenting a existing skill that you have with your career path, right? For me, one of the things that I'm doing right now, I was talking to Brian, and I was like, what's really cool is that we kind of created a cool niche for ourselves. Like, I'm a pharmacist, yes, by day, but I also do YouTube videos. I do a lot of different things, and I'm sort of that YouTube pharmacist. I wouldn't say I'm the YouTube pharmacist, but as far as creating content right now, um, I mean, it's like me, Brian, and a few other people, and a lot of other people are trying, which is a great thing. Like, I highly advocate people doing like doing YouTube and doing other things. But my point is that you can augment your existing skill to something, and we just need to figure it out if possible. You never know, there might be a need. Like, that's probably how pharmacy informatics got started. There was probably this really techie guy who did CS and stuff and all that sort of stuff, right? And then he was also a pharmacist, and then he was like, there's this problem of I can't really speak on informatics because I'm not that smart, but yeah, but that's probably how certain fields got formed. Like, bioinformatics, same thing. There's probably a bio major and someone who did CS. So yeah, Counter-Strike, baby. But yeah, what was I talking about? So I was talking about that was a good talk. No problem, man. Pharmacy is saturated, and yes, most people hate pharmacy. Corporate turned it to shit. Yeah, a lot of corporations, they forget like the soft people skills. They don't add enough buffer. Like, this is a people business. You have to add buffer, like a buffer, so people can actually interact. We're not machines. We're not like a factory. We're in the business of really healthcare, and I think that's the problem too. Like, insurance, it forms the way that we get reimbursed. Unfortunately, we get paid per script, so you don't get money for actual patient outcomes and stuff like that, or talking to your patients, or really analyzing like our patients' problems. MTM is supposed to help with that, and that's how we're supposed to get billed with our services. But I'm sorry, a $10 claim like is not gonna save our pharmacy, But it's on the right track, It's not perfect. Like, I don't have a better solution, but I think we're definitely on the right track. But until we get there, or until like we change our reimbursement or our system, it's not a very healthy system for our patients, So that's just how I feel. I don't know. Maybe you guys feel differently, but I think the environment that we're creating is just really toxic for our patients and us, as healthcare workers and stuff, you know. It's just like chug chug chug, slave away all the time. But I mean, I don't know. That's what you get for a volume based business as well, So um and I think like a lot of the modern day medicine too is just like throwing pills at people. I mean, that's how we get paid, but personally, I don't think that's the way to go. I think drugs are a last resort. I am surprisingly very anti-drug. Like, I would never take a drug unless I really had to, and if I had to, I'd probably do some alternative shit like shrooms or something like that. And for y'all that don't know, I have been experimenting with not illegal shrooms or anything, but lion's mane, chaga, reishi, like all these like cool mushroom stuff. I mixed it in my coffee. There's this like Four Sigmatic formula on Amazon, which is I've been experimenting with it, and it's so crazy the focus I get. I know it sounds hippie as fuck, but it's taking off in the Silicon Valley. I'm trying to get more muscle mass. What are your thoughts on creatine? Yo, creatine, I love creatine, man. I don't really take it on a consistent basis. I used to, back when I was powerlifting more, but anything that increases the ATP, baby, why not? If you if you talk to a lot of old school doctors and stuff, they'll be like, no, it's bad for your kidneys. But the way we measure, like a lot of, if we're going off serum creatinine, obviously there's going to be a higher serum creatinine if you are ingesting more creatine. So I don't know. It's to like that. It's just like BMI too. It's not a really good, like, for some people, for the general mass, yes, it works very well, right? General population doesn't work out. Average American, perfect, right? But for us, like for people who work out and who are active, it's probably not a good system. you know, and it's not a very good indicator and stuff. But yeah. Um Boobs Queen. Wanna hear me moan on live cam while touching myself? Buy my cam show 50% off, baby. Hell yeah, Palabra Boobs Queen. Dude, that's when you know you made it. When you get spammed with like fucking porn shit, hell yeah, Palabra fool. Speaking about porn and all that sort of stuff. I actually recently I was on Broke the Habit stream, aka Peter. He's my boy. You gotta check him out. He creates really kind of like documentary type of stuff or like that film like feel, you know. He's all about the hustle. He's kind of like an Asian Gary V slash, you know. We talk a lot, and so he's really cool influence. But anyways, I was chilling on the stream, and honestly, do you know Nova Patra? The Twitch girl who did that fake porn thing and went viral. I might be doing a collab with her, and she told me to DM her. So I DM'd her. I need to think of some good content ideas and stuff. If there's anything that you guys want to ask her, please let me know. Hopefully this goes a lot better than my Hobo Alley like video, which gets a lot of fucking hate and also gets me paid, but also like that collab did not go through, but it's all good, man. Real ass, see real ass. I don't know. But I thought it was really cool to, you know, like it's a really cool feeling to really collaborate with people that you just see on the internet. And when it's like kind of like, and this is what I like about my refugee hustle, like sort of these live chats and stuff. I feel like it built a camaraderie with you guys. Like it warms my heart every single time you guys are like, "Hey, Legend RX, I see you." Like, "Hey, Green Tea, what's up?" You know, like you see different people interacting with each other and you connect in them, and it feels so good, man. It feels really good. You and I both. Third year, SBB Margarine says, third year in pharmacy school, but can't even take painkillers for my headache. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Well, if I take ibuprofen, I'm fucking dead. You know, like I can't take NSAIDs, man. You as a pharmacist, what do you feel about the opium problem? Oh, I think you mean opioid. But yes. I feel very strongly about it. Actually, was having a I had a talk like on my last live stream. I wanted to do a separate video. Dr. Z-Dog MD, he talks a lot about it. And I see it from both views as well. You know, like you got the patients, the really frustrated patients. They're already hooked on it. They're scared of going through withdrawal. They get so frustrated going pharmacy, right? And we have patients that are not adequately being treated, or they got hooked on at the hospital, and they're just trying to find some sort of relief, you know? And that's why I'm a huge advocate of medical marijuana if it works for you, right? On the other side, we have us, the healthcare workers. Patients are shooting their providers for not giving them meds. Pharmacies are getting robbed. Hello, do you guys have oxycodone? That's a sign that you're going to get fucking robbed if you say yes. You know, it's becoming a safety hazard for us. There's all this red tape that we gotta go through. You know, like there's so much bureaucracy behind it, and it's really gotten to a point where it's just so ridiculous. It's a lose-lose situation for everyone. We have patients that aren't being treated, yet people are trying to deal on the streets, and then you got people like Lil Peep, like fucking died. You know, most likely for OD. I didn't read the final report, but that was suspected when I read that. You know, like it's really crazy how crazy it's really crazy how crazy our drug addiction is. But I don't know, man. Like how I feel about it is just really tragic, and you know, I feel like these pharmaceutical companies, it's easy to blame them, but man, it makes me like, it's kind of like, it makes me realize like you can use drug companies for good or for evil, just like how you can use any sort of marketing, right? And unfortunately, like back in the early days, they were like, "Oh yeah, they're not addictive. They're safe for our patients." And then people started dropping dead, and now we're having to clean up this huge mess. And I don't think there's enough like resources for people detox. I heard that it costs like fucking at least $40,000 to just go to a detox program and stuff. It's really ridiculous. And honestly, there has to be a better solution for patients, like before you just throw a fucking opioid at them, like this could be a life-changing sort of medication for them in a good or bad way too, you know? And I just really think that we have to decrease our opioid, like giving out opioids, right? And we also have to provide better solution, like detox programs for people, And I don't know. I feel like as a pharmacist too, like we're always stuck in the middle. It's very frustrating. Like, cause I want to help my patients, but they're just gonna honestly, if I deny them too, they're gonna just find another pharmacy, and I see it. I look at their cures, dude, every single time, or PDMP. I see it all the time. They just hop from pharmacy to pharmacy, and if they don't get at a chain pharmacy, they might go to independent pharmacy because, like, it independent pharmacies need to survive too. So yeah. When was this little stream? It's my little peep stream. Fu An Kang. For jujitsu, less muscle mass is much better. Muscle endurance, muscle strength. Try doing high rep, low rates, 5-minute repetition max, or 5-minute is failure, burning 5-minute round. But then you again, like I have to say, you have some fucking monsters like in jujitsu. Like you got people like Dean Lister, and then you got who's that guy? Not Polaris. But yeah, I can't. I forgot his name. But you got really buff ass guys. I think like your game of jujitsu is going to be different every single time. But I think definitely for me I mean, I'm no jujitsu black belt or anything like that, but I definitely noticed like when I start doing Muay Thai and yoga and all that sort of stuff, my endurance got a lot better, But right now, it's shit, because I'm still battling this, not like the flu, but lingering coughs, lingering cough from the flu and all that. So yeah, I love jujitsu, man. If you guys definitely gotta do jujitsu if you've never tried it. It's like one of the most life changing things that you can never do for yourself. Um, Louis says, "Yo, what up, Kev Dog? Was in here a few weeks ago before my final exam. I'm not sure if you remember, but I completed my B farm and starting my work as an intern tomorrow morning. Just want to say what's up. Hey, Louis, congrats on your on securing that intern position. I think it's great, dude. Keep me updated. Let me know how it goes for you, and I hope your mother final went well. Every time I take children's channel, the Bonnie Bell says, every time I take children's Tylenol, I get the shits and a giant heart on. Any thoughts? Thanks. Wow, what a troll, dude. That's so funny. I mean, Broke the Habit stream. It was the one that was shot yesterday in the office. I don't know what it's called. Let me take a look. Yeah, but let's see. And honestly, that fool has been working so freaking hard, man. He's gotten up to 10K, almost at 11K. He's growing faster than me and stuff, but it's really cool to see that he is putting in the work and actually making this stuff like grow. He really wants to be like a YouTube star, and I fully support him, man. Um I'm looking at his channel right now. God damn, my computer's slow. But yeah, man, I have to say too, like recently, I'm looking at his views right now too. And I have to say recently, the ever since the YouTube demonetization thing, a lot of us smaller channels have gotten fucked so bad. Imagine taking this BBC and taking a Cheerio and fucking demolish that shit. That's basically what it feels like for us, you know, like a lot of the bigger channels, they're on networks and stuff, and so that they can dispute whatever, you know. But it's not even about the AdSense money. I don't even care about that. But what's really frustrating is that if my video is like limited or demonetized, I'm not gonna be like it gets a lot harder for me to get discovered, you know. I think that's how the algorithm works. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But like it gets harder for viewers, like for me, channels like me, to get discovered and get new followers and stuff. Luckily I have a lot of older videos that are monetized and are getting like suggested and stuff like that, but it's just been really hard. I mean, I look at my views, I'm just like, damn, like my views have fallen so much, it's ridiculous. Like I used to get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views, right, per video. Now I only get 200. It's kind of discouraging, but at the same time, I do realize now that my viewership is more, I guess, like engaged, you know. So I try to think of it in a positive light, but it kind of sucks, man. Um, any good tips for a first impression, like asking about standard operating procedures? First impression. Well, tell me a little bit about like where you work and stuff, and maybe I can give you better advice. Guess he didn't post the replay. Yeah, I'm like looking right now. I still don't see it. Yeah, he didn't post the replay. He must have gotten rid of it. I don't think he makes his replays live or anything like that. So I don't see it on here. He must have deleted it. But it was really cool. Like, yeah, it was a really good stream, and he actually cut off in the at the end. I did a stream right after his, so um Kev, why do you like ABGs? They seem so bitchy. I like ABGs because I just find them very attractive. You know, like I'm not saying mentally or composure wise. I'm just saying physically. I just find them hella attractive, and I don't know. Like I realized too, like you know that's. Have you ever met a girl and they're talking about their ideal guy and shit, and they're like, I want to meet a nice guy, blah blah blah. You know, like a nice guy that I don't know, has a nice job and all this stuff. But then when they actually meet this person, they're like, "Oh, I'm not interested. I don't look at them in that way." They make a great friend, but not a boyfriend or anything like that. Have you ever wondered why there isn't that spark? And a lot of the time, it's because of the childhood, like some of the negative traits that your parents had. It makes us, that's the spark sometimes. It makes us feel like we're at home, or it's that sexy type of thing. Because everybody knows the Oedipus complex, right? Where you want to fuck your mom or fuck your dad when you're young, and you look at your mom or dad as like the opposite sex as the threat. Well, for me, like ABGs, my dad always kind of treated me like kind of like shitty back in the day, and used to like yell at me and shit. So I like girls with a little attitude and stuff, you know. Um, I don't know. It just makes, I'm just so attracted to that. Like, oh, I don't know, man. But definitely, I don't know if I would date an ABG, but I think ABGs are definitely hot. So it's a community pharmacy which has pretty OTC side in a heavily populated area. Probably I got hired because I can speak Chinese. Awesome, dude. Like, so let me ask you this, Louis. Spend the first week observing sort of things, and then keep a list of potential, I don't know, problems, opportunities. Talk to your preset or talk to your boss about certain opportunities, like what goes on. Just learn the lay of the land first, right? Because no one likes anyone that just jumps in, goes gung ho, and changes everything. You know, take some time, get to build a relationship with your boss and stuff. And as for a first impression, just be very eager to learn, ask a lot of questions, things that you're genuinely curious about. you know? And yeah, like I like to ask mastermind questions like how do you decide between X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? Like how do you just general questions where you're just really curious, you know? Like how do you determine what's a fake script or not? Or how do you manage your inventory, you know? Like stuff like that. Because nice guys are boring. Join Facebook pharmacy sites. Excuse me, this is not a fast food restaurant. It's a page with 100,000 pharmacists following. Get them and feature your best videos. That's a great idea. I am actually going to. And I was thinking about doing a skit sometime, just because like I just thought it'd be really fun. But and also like for me too, like I've been doing a lot too. And so one of the things I've definitely been working on is outreach as well. So it's gonna things are starting to change a lot, and it's a good thing, you know. I'm very happy with all the results I'm getting, but at the same time I just gotta remember that Rome wasn't built in a day, man. This refugee hustle army, son. God damn, this is taking so long. Okay. um do I listen to some Project Go cast? I can ask my friends for you. uh I'm okay. I don't really care. I'd be down to listen to some Project Go podcast, but I know Kong in them, so I can probably ask. Um, 88,000 followers. Pharmacists in my country make like 60 to 80 per year. Kevin, have you ever dated ABG? They treat you like shit. I've dated like ghetto ass hood rats. I guess you consider them a ABG, like back in Boston and stuff. But it's not like they treat you like shit, but a lot of those girls, they don't really have that much motivation in life. I'm not saying all ABGs, all any of that, but it's just like I need someone who's also mentally stimulating too, like who will go into my room, see my books, and be like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, why do you like that book? Or what made you pick up that book?" You know, like books that are very representative of a person, in my opinion. Like it shows what they're interested in and whatnot. So that to me is very important. Like that mental aspect. Like, yeah, you can just really get a hot girl, right? But looks fade over time. You need something else to be attracted to you as well, you know? And something where you can grow old together with if you're looking for a monogamous relationship. But if you're like Neil Strauss, then you can just fuck around and do whatever the fuck you want, man. Hey, by the way, let me ask you guys, what do you guys think about Joe's long form like video? I actually found it very inspiring and stuff just because he talked a lot about his like issues back in the day and stuff. But sometimes I just feel Joe just needs to just relax and just like, you know, not everything needs to be a joke sometimes or like super entertaining. It's okay to just go deep every once in a while. I'm probably on the opposite end of the spectrum. I go deep too much and I don't have enough fun with shit and I should just like laugh more. But yeah. What do you think about that about Viles TV show on Amazon? I have no idea. Shipping, that's so little. Yeah. Um, let's see. What else do I want to talk about? It's almost like 9:36. Pharmacy relationships. um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really want to talk about today. I'll probably do a stream next week. Good stream, guys. I want to figure out how to queue up a live call though in the future so that we can just like back to back to back. So if you want to be on a live call, please comment below in the when this video goes live. Comment below so I can queue it up next time and just like shoot you a call for next Sunday stream. Or maybe I'll figure out some way, but either comment below or Facebook message. Actually, you know what's even better? Facebook message me, just because I can yeah, because we're gonna have to figure out a way to call people as well. So let's do a live call next time. We'll set it up and get the shit done. Palabra, fool. Where's I keep on like scrolling out of the comments. Louis says, "Sweet bro, thanks for advice. Pro and cons of owning a pharmacy." I'll go into that next time. I'll probably get Jenny to be on my stream or like do a video with her, just because she actually owns a pharmacy and we can promote it. Kevin, what's your telephone? I'm not gonna put my number on online, but dude, just message me and stuff. Caller tonight. I don't know. Does anybody have a question? I don't know. I actually really gotta take a shit right now, to be honest. So I don't think I'm gonna take a call. And plus, I want to get this calling technology done. But man, that's like, dude, I learn a lot from you guys too. Like, you might think that you learn a lot from me, but I learn a lot from you guys because I get inspired by so many different ideas and stuff like that. Address and social security number. Yeah. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, mother people.